All right, let's see. Looks like we're streaming on the old YouTube. Wait on the Facebook and the Twitter to catch up, if you will. All right, there we go. All right, here we go in five, four, three, two, and one. What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here on the Welcome Home Podcast. I'm your host, Famously Garnet. I'm joined by my co-host Q.
What it do, y'all? What it do? What it do?
And we got to say Happy New Year. We are here in 2026. We hope everybody is here with us. Hope everybody had a safe, happy New Year. Hope everybody's doing well out there. It's tough out in the streets right now, Q. I mean, the flu's running rampant. People are getting sick left and right. I can tell you. It's fist bumping season, if you know what I mean. If you're in the sales world or if you deal with clients of any kind, we fist bump. We're not shaking hands right now. we're
It's
we're
facts.
not shaking hands right now. We can't risk it. Can't risk it.
It's a
I had
fact.
a major meeting with one of my clients today that a lot of people know in the Midlands, and I hate to say I couldn't shake the hand. Couldn't shake the hand, and he knew it. He's like, yeah, no, I get it. We get it. So, we appreciate y'all tuning live. Welcome on podcast on Facebook, YouTube, X, all those good places there to catch the show. You can catch the replay on Apple and Spotify. Happy New Year, Q. We are officially in transfer portal season. The portal has opened. The portal is open and people have left. And Q, since the last time we recorded, there have been quite a few names that jumped to the portal from South Carolina. Josiah Thompson, Beatrice Jacobs, Boaz Stanley, RJ Newsom, Tree Babalade. I don't think Tree hopped into that point. Brian Rowe, Trevon Ball, guys like that. And I'm going to be honest, Q. There are guys that we wanted to see stick around. Obviously, Tree Babalade, Trevon Ball. We'd like to see him stick around. Beatrice Jacobs, Josiah Thompson. Some names I was kind of quite surprised to see jump in. I mean, I know guys like Ryan Rove and Drees Jacobs. I mean, the NIL can only go a certain way at the University of South
And
Carolina, and you have to use those wages right, man.
you can add Josiah Thompson to that. You can add
Yep,
Trayvon
yep.
Ball to that. I mean, everything is a money situation, and as a lot of people stated, well, not even as a lot of people stated, as a lot of people know, money plays the biggest role right now with why a lot of people are jumping into the portal.
Yeah,
A lot of people are jumping in the portal right now. A lot of people are doing X, doing Y, doing Z, and it's kind of like, well, uh, what can you do? Our
I know.
offensive line gave up 44 sacks last year. In the past,
Mm,
I want to say 3 seasons, we've given up like 120 something sacks while averaging 40 something sacks a season. That's a lot of sacks, folks. Um,
yeah,
you you can look at it any kind of way you want to. That's inexcusable. Like it's inexcusable, and it's kind of one of those things. I mean, dude, bro, we're gonna lose people. Now, I will say, of the group that did leave, I was very upset about Tree, as everyone knows. That one hurts more than life itself. I'm still hurt by that. I really hope he doesn't end up at Nebraska. I hope he comes back personally, but that's me. And I feel like Josiah Thompson needs could have thrived really well in this system. Like I I I don't know what to say. I really feel like he could have thrived really well in this system. Like I felt he could play a really big role and do some really big things if he was in this system now. That's me personally. So um
yeah.
take with that as you will, but that is if anyone that knows me knows that's I just feel like that could have worked really well.
And I think it's fair points, Q. I mean, I think they're fair points where you look at Josiah Thompson. Obviously, people are going to point out to the regression of how the way he regressed this past season, and really, I mean, his freshman year he had some great moments, but I mean, he had so many bad moments this year for South Carolina. And honestly, when it comes down to Tree, I mean, we just didn't see enough of Tree this year or the past, the year before that. So
That's a good point.
there's a lot of question marks for like what could we have gotten out of Tree with having with Randy, with Coach Clem out there to see what he could do. Trevon Ball. I mean, today Trevon Ball officially announced he signed with Texas A&M,
That hurt.
and yeah, I mean it does. Q. I don't know if he's going to
Because we get to
initially
see, we gotta
start.
see him. We're gonna
Yeah,
see him.
yeah. We'll see. I know he's going to be in rotation, but I don't know if he's going to be an official start. I guess we'll see how that depth chart plays out because A&M's got a lot returning and they got a lot of coming in. So we'll see ultimately, what that looks like. It sucks, to put it that way. Losing a guy like Vedrius Jacobs, you really thought that he would take the next step right behind
Hmm.
Nick Harbor, right? You thought those two could be your dueling guys. The next thing you know, you have to go into the portal and potentially have to bring somebody out, which South Carolina did that with Jaden Gibson, which we will, get into what that's going to
Hmm.
look like and get more of an idea there. So, not like I said, some tough losses. How South Carolina's going to, put this together, what they're going to do. I mean, they're currently doing it now. The staff is being very hush hush about a lot of visits right now. I mean, that's just what's going on. For me, I learned the hard way. Bringing out some news, probably should have kept it in house, but it's one of those things. It's like somebody's going to report it, and if you got the news, just go ahead and do it, man. And that was about wide receiver from Missouri. Reporting him when he was on campus, and that was the other night. I mean, being able to talk like that, and being able to talk about that former Missouri wide receiver Josh Manning who was on campus. And I get it. Manning's not a sexy name that people are looking at. They look at the stats like, oh, he had 2 touchdowns last year for Missouri. I mean, well, he scored against South Carolina, scored against Mississippi State. I mean, and they weren't during garbage time either. So, I mean, something to keep an eye on with that. And then obviously people are asking about the big uglies. Where are they? What's going on with that offensive line? And I got to tell you, Q, I mean, we are only a few days into the portal, and people are still entering left and right. This is still happening. This is still an ongoing process. And I say patience is a virtue, but guys, we really have to be patient through all this. I mean, there's so many things going, and I get the frustration. I get that so and so went on a visit here first, and he's already gone, but you don't have an opportunity for him, and I get that. But there's other schools that are going to be saying the same thing about South Carolina. I promise. We've got a long ways to go with this portal season. You want to act sooner than later? Absolutely, for sure. But I think by the end of the week, some people are like, okay, all right, this makes sense now. Just let it play out. Let it play out. Shane knows what's on the line. This whole staff knows what's on the line. Jeremiah Donati, he knows what's on the line here. You don't bring a guy like Lenore Sellers back for no reason. They know what's at stake. I promise you, everybody does.
I agree. You still got guys like Shed on campus.
Mm-hmm.
You still have Noah Hay that's coming. Nolan Hay that's going to come back. You have Marquis Anderson who's healthier than he's been, I think, since he's been there. Shivers, who is another body type that fits kind of the mold of what they look for in offensive linemen. And a lot of people have forgot about Shivers, but Shivers also has a few starts himself.
Mm-hmm.
Shivers done a pretty good job himself. So I mean, I got to be honest. I'm kind of more focused on who we are being able to bring in and what we are able to do. I mean, the UCF guy that's the center that was on campus. I mean, we haven't heard back what's going on with that, but I know he's intrigued and interested in what South Carolina has to offer. Another big time guy that's supposed to be in tomorrow would be the tackle from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
That cat is good, and I think that would be a huge help if we can get that done. I mean, he walked off the campus of Florida State without committing, so I think that's huge within
Massive.
itself. So we just gotta look at the upper hand of that and use that as our help to get to the next point of this. I think we can do some damage and possibly get him because I think we're the last visit he's gonna do. From what I've been told, I don't think he's doing any
Yes.
more visits beyond
No.
that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's going
So
to come down to Florida State and South Carolina for this one. That's
yeah,
Louisiana offensive tackle for the Raging Cajuns. The Raging Cajuns, 6'7", 335-pound offensive lineman Brian Williams, and he will have 1 year of eligibility remaining for hopefully the Gamecocks, right? So,
yeah. So
uh,
I mean, you
yeah,
gotta kind of you got guys that are coming. I mean, You got DJ Chester, who his best position is center. So if his best position is center, I mean, I just think that's something you got to look at. Uh, his
Hmm.
grades were bad last year, but they also played him at tackle last year. He's not a tackle, so why would you play someone out of position? Which I feel like that was a lot of issues that happen a lot of times with a lot of bad offensive lines. So with Chester, I think that'd be good to get him in here as well.
Yep.
I,
Yep.
I I'm a fan of him playing the center role. If that's something that he's strongly better at, is the center. I think that'd be good for him. Another LSU guy, Paul, and I can't really pronounce his last name, but I think he'd be good to with him coming in and visiting. I think he comes in tomorrow,
Yeah.
and so that would be good to have him come on campus, see what we can get there. I mean, there's guys out there, y'all. There's guys out there that you've got. You got a running back on campus right now, former TCU player.
Yeah. Nate
He's on
Palmer.
campus,
Hmm.
and so we'll see what happens with him and what he does. There's so many things you got to kind of focus on, guys. Right now, we just got to kind of reel it in, focus, and we'll see who we get.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a process. I mean, it's the best way of saying it. It's not a marathon. Obviously, it's a process. That's the best way to describe the transfer portal.
Hmm.
And I look, people are like, "Oh, there goes Indiana. They're doing it again." I mean, guys, Indiana is just not far away from putting in a national title, and they could quite frankly do it. I mean, the way they strung out Alabama was disgusting, but they put it together, man. That's a program like you want to tip your cap just to a team, a program. Man, what Signetti's done there, man, it's unreal, man.
Yeah,
It is unreal
yeah.
what he's done there. As quick as he
I don't
starts.
disagree. I mean, you just kind of got to take the good with the bad with this stuff, man. Like the portal has 4,000 people in it. There's just 4,000 people. There's gonna be people who's not even gonna like. They're not gonna have anywhere to go. So I mean,
Yeah,
like let's just take our time. We
yeah.
can we can have a couple seconds, guys. We can have a
Yeah.
couple seconds.
Q, I got people asking, what are your thoughts about Nate Palmer, the running back from TCU, the one that is currently
Depth.
visiting South Carolina?
Everything's about depth. You need practice bodies. You need guys who are able to practice. Guys who are able to understand the. You gotta understand this guy was in the system. He was in Kendall Brow's system, so he's a person that can help out someone such as Matthew Fuller, Jawan Howell. Those guys help them speed up the process of them understanding what's needed when it comes to what we're doing here on this side of you know of things. So I that's my thought on it. Is it end all be all? No. There's a lot of backs. Backs is not a high priority for me because there's so many running backs in the freaking portal. So many.
Yeah,
You're not looking for a starter. If we were looking for a starter, then yeah, I would have concerns. We're not looking for a starter. We're looking
yeah,
for depth. That's what we're looking for is depth.
yeah. I agree.
And
I think your starters. I mean, honestly, between Juwan Howell, and Matthew Fuller, I think you have the guys
so you got
right
them.
there,
You got them
right?
right there. You got them right there.
And the reason why they hadn't the portal yet. That's the reason they haven't hit the portal. Guys like that, they know that they're next up. They're going to be the guys. Like, for example, you look at the linebacker position, or a lot of people are like, hey, I'd like to get another linebacker. Well, Justin O, Sean Murphy, Fred J.R. Johnson, all those guys are returning. They've already announced it. So you don't have to specifically worry about that. A lot of people, they look at it like, oh, hey, remember what we did in 2024 with Demetrius Knight. I'm going to tell you, they just don't make those anywhere. They don't
There's
make
not a
Demetrius
Demetrius.
Knights
There's
everywhere.
not a Demetrius Knight in the portal right now. Like
No, there's
that's
not.
that's the problem. We that's the problem, bro.
Hmm.
That's the problem. That's why I'm so annoyed with this situation. Everybody feels like we can just do these different things. Dude, Demetrius Knight is like a diamond in the rough. Kyle
Yeah,
Kennard is a diamond in the rough. No one knew Kyle was going to be able to do what he did. No one knew that Demetrius Knight was going to be able to be as impactful as he was. If y'all want to be honest, Demetrius Knight wasn't even going to be here. He was supposed to go to Florida, but Florida messed that up. Like you guys have got to understand, like this isn't just giving things. This is me being realistic with you. We came off a 4-8 season. You guys feel like we should be able to replace everybody because we came off of a 4-8 season, bro. We
hmm,
came off a 4-8 season. I cannot express that enough. 4-8 is not okay. It's not okay. We have to get people in here. We knew what was going to happen with the offensive line. We knew people were going to hit the portal. I mean, there's no guarantee those guys are going to be able to find places. They may have to work and figure something else out. They may come back. You don't know what's going to happen. But what I do know is the way folks are reacting is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This isn't your life. You guys have lives outside of this. Go live your life. I promise you, you're not going to miss nothing.
Yeah,
you're not.
Absolutely. No, I do agree. Just kind of let it roll, man. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't change the way things are going to go, and what it is. Cameron over on Facebook talks about the defensive lineman from UCF, Horace Lockett, saying that he reminds him a little bit of Javon Kinlaw. And I gotta hey, Lockett is a monster, and he would be a great compliment on that defensive line. The kid out of UCF. There's a lot of names.
I think he's going back. He's going back to UCF though. That's the kid that's going back to UCF, right? The D tackle.
I didn't hear about that one. I mean, maybe that's newer.
Yeah, he's going back to the UCF D tackle is going back to UCF. He pulled himself out of the portal.
No, well, there you go.
That was today. That was I think it was a little bit earlier today. That he pulled himself out of the portal.
Okay. Yep. You're correct. Yep. Yeah, that was listed a couple hours ago. Yeah, so he would have been
good.
Nice.
Sure, he would have been nice. Yeah. But I mean, when it comes down to it, once again, guys, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I look at this point with the transfer portal. Let's be real here. Let's talk. Let's forget the money sides. Let's forget about everything. Let's talk ball, right? Over 4,000 kids are in that transfer portal right now.
That's all I'm saying.
But at the same time, whatever happened to wanting to be developed, whatever happened to wanting to take that next step instead of maybe finding it going somewhere else. I'm not saying it can't happen, right? And I'm not bagging on the ones that do it because I mean some situations are different than others. I will completely tell you that, and I agree 100%. But there are some that just enter that portal blind-eyed, or they have blind faith in something, or they're told somebody by an agent, which I've said it many times, guys. I've said it many times to get agents out of college football, get agents out of college athletics.
It's bad.
Get agents out of college athletics.
I know for a fact 3 or 4 guys that went into the portal from South Carolina were given terrible advice, and it has been admitted as such that they've been getting terrible advice. And the only reason why they're getting it, bro, I can't lie to y'all, is because these agents are able to do that. These agents are being the third wheel. They're the streamline between all the situations. Like it's kind of what you're dealing with right now. And it's a bad situation.
It is. It really is. Yeah, I can't say it enough. I mean, scream it to the sky, man, to everybody up there. I mean, it's just get agents out of college football and college athletics. I can't say that enough. I'm not saying like agents, they're bad people. Not everybody. Now there's good agents out there. Don't get me wrong, that are looking for, the good of the kid, right? Because they have a relationship with the family. I mean, obviously, we know a few. I mean, you've got family that are agents. You know what I mean? So.
That's what I'm saying,
but
bro.
he knows my statement. He knows what I'm saying. He gets the sediment, bro. I told him. So it's like
when it depends. There's the difference between agents is care.
Yeah.
Do you care about the kid or do you care about the money? You can't.
Exactly.
In this day and age right now, you're not caring about. You can't care about both. You can't care about both. Not at this stage. And I gotta give it to Deion Sanders. He said it best. He said a lot of them are chasing the money and not the game, and that's real. Deion is 100% right. Keep on chasing the money, and it's gonna be short lived. But when you chase the game, the money will come because the game is gonna be there regardless. The money is not. Mm-hmm. The money is nothing without the game.
Look. My thing is, and I've said this many times, and this is my quote: know what you're chasing. Are you chasing a bag or are you chasing development? It's quite simple. Because if you're damn good at what you do and you can develop into something, guess what you're chasing? You're chasing development, and you're going to find what you're looking for with that bag in the NFL on the next level, right? I say it all the time. The perfect example, Nicky Minwari. E-Man's up for possibly Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I think he's gonna get it.
He should. He should. And we said he should have been a damn first round pick last year. He's shown he's the better safety, and he's missed 4 games, by the way. But his awareness, his IQ, you cannot coach that the way he does things, man. It's just incredible the stuff that he can do, man.
At the end of the day, it's a choice that's got to get made by players. Next guy's gonna be Vakari Swain. He's chose development. Vakari being the next guy that's drafted high with all the intangibles he's shown, punt return, he's shown versatility at the corner spot, his speed. Vakari's the next one that's going to get drafted.
Yeah,
because he chose development.
Mm-hmm.
Cissay's going higher now because of his development he got under Torian Gray.
Absolutely.
Like there's everything at the end of the day, you got to start choosing development, and development is essential in these situations. Super essential in these situations. And now you got a guy like Barnes that's about to be paired with Trayvon Williams. Like, come on, bro. Like you at this point, you're about to see the difference between the development side and just being able to recruit.
Yeah.
I promise you. And y'all better pray. Y'all better pray Dylan don't get 10 sacks this year. Y'all better pray Dylan does not get double-digit sacks this year. Because what I'm going to say when it comes to development after this year is done, especially the amount of development that Barnes has done with the guys that have been in his camp.
Yeah,
fam, it's about to be a rapidy rap with that. And I'm surprised the defensive ends when he's got Parsons in the league, got Abdul Carter in the league. Like that's why I said you can be picky and choosy with that, especially with the talent you still have in that room at this moment. Because if you want to talk about business decisions, if I'm being 100% honest and I'm doing business decisions, if you're telling me, all right, why would I not go visit a school where a bona fide top 10 draft pick is on the opposite end of me?
Yeah.
There's no way I'm not. There's no way I'm not at least stepping foot on that school.
That's right.
And saying, all right, so you got him over here. He's for sure locked in to be a top 10 draft pick next year, no matter what. And so then here I come, and I could literally not have double teams on me because they might try to double him. But then when they try to double him and I start eating, they're going to have to figure out what to do with me. So then he starts eating too. Like I said, it's to pair that with Troy Pikes, to pair that with Dindy, Ingram inside, Caleb Williams, Aiden Harris that's come in, Noah Clark. There's a lot of guys that's going to be right there.
Mm-hmm.
You as a defensive lineman, I'm at least calling Beamer and saying, all right, here I'm pulling up. Like, so what do you have on the table? Where can I eat at?
Yeah. Yeah. I think, moving forward with the portal goes, as far as having opportunities, I think we're going to see that. I think there are some names going to pop off here real soon. I do believe that. I think defensive line is going to hear some names on the edge, at the edge position. They're going to hear some ringing this week. So we will ultimately keep an eye on that. Q, let's go ahead. We'll talk about this transfer portal get so far, and that is wide receiver Jaden Gibson. That's former wide receiver out of Oklahoma. Jaden Gibson. And, he's missed the last few years. He's had some bad injuries. Look, it's a guy, he's 6'6". He's got a great frame. It's one of those. Now you got Nick Harbor, and you've got this kid, Jaden Gibson, is also 6'6".
I talked to a guy straight from Oklahoma. I talked to my homeboy that is very tapped in with Oklahoma. We had a in-depth conversation when it comes to this specifically right here. In depth, like a strong a strong conversation. I grilled him about it. And he told me straight up, if he is healthy, he's dangerous. He said it 150 times. If Gibson is healthy, he is dangerous. He said Nick Harbor is stiff, where Jaden is literally fluid. His route running is fluid. His catching is fluid. He's been playing the position a lot longer, so he understands what that looks like. He's a multi-year guy, but the biggest thing about this situation is fluidity. He said, Q, this dude will do wonders for you. Wonders for you if he's healthy. And I said, okay. He's like a red zone threat. He said he's got a route. He's got a route pattern. He's got everything you need. He said you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Okay.
I said, okay. So with Gibson, yes, you're not going to find any stats since 2023. I don't care. He's been rehabbing. He's been getting back to it. He went through a physical. He went through all those different things. So he's healthy. And he wants a chance to prove what he can do. That's the thing. He wants a chance to prove what he can do. So now we're going to see how well is this guy? How good is he? Let's find out how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm interested, man. I'm interested to see what he can do. I mean, South Carolina's got a lot of young talent in that wide receiver room. We've said it many times, many times.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see what that looks like. You know, it's not who people are expecting to get your first time, right? That's not your first pickup in the portal where people think, we're positions that need. And I know, I get it. Offensive line, it's coming. It's coming. Just, but the tape's good on Gibson. Really strong stuff. So we'll, see what it looks like, man. He stays healthy. I mean, we may be in for a surprise,
That's all that matters.
So
it's a low risk, high reward situation.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. A happy trails goes to Michael Smith. Michael Smith obviously hit the portal earlier this season, and he is now going to Syracuse. He told me he's going to sign with Syracuse. That was the other day. He has officially signed with the Orangemen out there in Syracuse, New York. That is going to pair with Cam Pringle, former Gamecock out there. So we'll see what that looks like. It's one of those guys, Q. I would love to see more Michael Smith. And I think under the right offense last year, we would have. But we are where we're at,
We'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what he does out there. It's like I said, transfer portal, it's moving. We're going, we're getting we're retaining guys. There's still some announcements to come, so we'll talk about that when they come. Obviously, Thursday we should have more updates to see what that looks like there. Q, South Carolina received a commitment the other day, and we have not talked about that yet. We have not spoken about that commitment since we recorded last time. And look, this kid, I mean, look, he's not, all right. So he is ranked right now in the recruiting rankings, but it's ESPN, right? ESPN recruiting rankings. So people are like, oh, well, he's not recruited, but ranked by on 3. He's not ranked on 247 yet, but that's gonna come. That's gonna come. And that is Amari Fountain out there of Warner Robins, Georgia. 4-star DB out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Another Georgia prospect, another 4-star guy coming out of the Peach State for Torian Gray and his group. And IQ, we are probably not far off from here in a Torian Gray defensive coordinator position in the future, as we're sure that Clayton White is probably going to eventually look for a head coaching opportunity because Clayton has, done what he needed to do. And if he wants to be a head coach somewhere, he's going to be. It's just a matter of time, right?
Right.
So, Fountain, let's talk about it, Q. That is another good get, a great get for South Carolina in Torian Gray, 6'3", 182. And man, another one of those guys, man.
T. Gray special, man.
Mm-hmm.
T. Gray special, man.
Mm-hmm.
Size, speed, instincts, Reminds me a lot of Kossie Barnes. Just underrated, and folks haven't really had a chance to sit there and look at his tape. But when you turn his tape on, I mean, they don't throw to his side for a reason. They
No.
don't throw to him for a reason. And then the crazy part is he goes and finds it. Then, if you're not gonna throw to my side, he's gonna move and he's gonna find the ball. And that's the beauty of what he does. Pairing him with the other commit in the class. I mean, Torian Gray is locking up his class once again. This is what Torian Gray does. It's very hard to beat Torian Gray on the recruiting trail unless you have to throw bags at him in order to beat him. You're gonna have to throw bags because Torian is all about the development. He's all about the development. I mean, his track record speaks for itself. Look how many guys have gone to the league from South Carolina since he's been there, and the success they've had. Marcellus Dow would have been a starter for the Patriots this year had he not tore his ACL.
Oh, I agree.
Like, there's so many guys that got developed under him, and now he's got two more that's about to go to the league, possibly three, depending on how DQ does in the combine, in his pro day, and if he gets a thing in the combine. It's kind of one of those things like you're going to get to see. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and Q, we got some film right now showing on the screen for the ones that are tuning in live. They can get a little bit of a taste to see what they're going to get out of Fountain. And
look at that. Look at that.
Look, man, he's got really good ball skills. Watch this. I love this play. This really reminds me of little Nick E-Man coming and breaking that up.
That's what I'm saying. And that's a Cam Smith special too. People remember Cam Smith was always that guy. Opportunity after opportunity. He always jumped the route. And that's what you need in guys like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got the length, you got everything you need. Like, look at the guy is literally, look how he's moved around. Now he's moved somewhere else in there. And now look, he's in the way of the play pocket. Because at the end of the day, he understands there's ball skills and instincts you got to have.
Yeah, I love it. I love this stuff, man. He's
and a willing tackler.
Mm-hmm.
Willing tacklers. You got to have a willing tackling corner now. You can't just have someone that can cover. You got to have a willing tackler for a corner every time.
You got to get somebody that can break through screens. You got to have somebody that can break through the blockers, and that is the typical T. Gray guy. Like, that's what he's looking for. And I mean, at this point, I think at a certain height, you have to be recruited for T. Gray at this point, man. He's got a sweet spot.
Pretty much.
He's got a sweet spot. So if you're not over 6'1" or so,
I don't know what to tell you.
Probably not going to ever hear from South Carolina because he's got a type. Look at that. Pinpoints. I mean, just this is good stuff, man. I'm excited. A great kid for the Gamecocks, and we move on, man. We roll on. So South Carolina to a strong start for 2027, a great start, and it's only going to get better. You know what I mean? It is only going to get better. So hopefully you guys enjoy that little film of the man right there. So of the kid. So we're excited stuff. It's gonna be a fun 27, man, in recruiting. It really is.
It is.
It really is. KJ Green, a big prospect coming here soon. 5-star edge. Big name coming to visit from Georgia.
Looking forward to him coming through.
Yeah, he's going to come in. It's going to be
Seth Tillman should be here too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to have that. So we'll see what that looks like. So I mean, really, like I said, I know the portal. We're going to see where that is, and we'll talk more about it Thursday. But Gamecock football recruiting 2027, leading right off the rip, man. 2 4-stars right off the rip from the state of Georgia, which, by the way, I don't believe we landed anybody in the last cycle from Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. So
it's been a while.
Yeah. So I think you'll take that, just take that and run with it. And by the way, Fountain did commit to the Gamecocks over schools like Texas A&M, Georgia Tech, Auburn, all of those, and they're very committable offers at that.
Yep.
There were quite a few fans kind of disappointed. They're like, oh, well, we'll play the long game with them and get them, money-wise and all that. A&M fans, of course, right?
But he said it himself, man, when I committed, I told my mom I'm trying to have somewhere where you can come see me play. And I'm done. Like he said, when I was committing, I was done.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, you have nothing but your word. So let's see what he does.
Yep. Yep. And somebody brought up a point about the offensive lineman that we do bring in for 26. And I'm here to tell you, too, man. Those guys, Darius Gray, Zion Giles, and all them, man, like, hey, they are monsters. And they are ready to
Yep.
play. Those guys are effectively ready to play. Q, let's go ahead. We're going to talk a little basketball. Want to start on the women's side first. The women's get it done against Florida, right? They get it done against Florida. The transfer, or not transfer, excuse me, the high school recruit, excuse me, Alicia. She is officially on campus and she's ready to start balling here soon.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina now 2-0 in the SEC. LSU 0-2, by the way. The
Yep.
LSU Tigers 0-2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. And people are saying a few things about a former Gamecock. And yeah, maybe Dawn Staley knew what she was doing. Maybe, just maybe. I don't know. Don't hold me to this now, but I think Dawn might have known what she was talking about. Maybe.
I think the issue became you can't you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's the same
Mm,
situation that's going on there, and what I've been seeing in the situation has legit been the same issues: turnovers, bad shots, not playing full defense, effort. Like there's things that's there, and it's always been apparent. That stuff's been apparent since I don't know how long.
yeah,
So
I know.
kind of one of
I
them
just
situations.
overall too, just the chemistry that LSU has right now, it's just not healthy. It's not a good environment. They don't have things clicking right now, and it's ugly, man. Put it that way. It's just not a pretty situation that is currently unfolding in Baton Rouge. So
It wasn't going to. It wasn't
no,
going to, especially when you
no, and
play. You can play simple teams all you want to, but that's not going to help you.
no, no. Because at the end of the day, now you're 0-2 in SEC play.
Hmm.
0-2, and that's losses to, I believe, Vanderbilt and Kentucky, if I'm not
Yep.
mistaken. So,
Kentucky last second shot. Vanderbilt beat you straight up.
yep. So,
And you
not
still
a
got
good
to play
start for
Texas this
LSU.
week. If I'm not mistaken, they play Texas this week too.
I'll be tuning into that, see what they look like. So,
There you go. So we'll see.
woo. Yeah, that's stuff. And then South Carolina men's team started out 0-1 in SEC play as they lost to Vanderbilt by 12. IQ, I mean, this team it's
There was
difficult to
a.
watch, man.
I think the issue is you got to play tough. No matter how you put it, you got to play tough.
Yeah,
Toughness runs in the situation. You got to play tough,
it does.
and that's been the issue with this group is they're not playing tough.
No, they're not. They're not. They simply aren't, and it's extremely frustrating. You know what I mean? It's extremely frustrating. So we'll see. I mean, they've got more games ahead of them to figure something out, but
They
they
got
can't.
LSU
So
tomorrow, so we'll
yep,
see.
yep. So they need to figure this thing out. LSU is not a powerhouse by any means in men's basketball, so
Mm-mm.
they could figure it out. Q, I want to talk NFL, man. Obviously, a lot of Gamecocks in the NFL. As I wear the jersey of J.C. Horn himself, but on the Panthers side, Xavier Legette, Rico Dowdle, Bamar Scott, DJ Wanham, J.C. Horn, all starters for the Gamecocks. Obviously, for the Carolina Panthers from South Carolina. Adam Prentice and Nate Atkins over the Denver Broncos. Kyle Kennard over there in L.A. TJ Sanders with the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to him. He just got his first sack of the season the other day. Shout out to him. Defensive rookie of the year, Nick Minwari. Go ahead and just call it now. Ernest Jones over there in Seattle, which, by the way, Ernest Jones, what a freaking steal from Seattle. For them
Mm-hmm.
to be able to get him back, I can't say enough how bad Tennessee Titans screwed that up, not getting him back.
Yeah, they were
I mean,
dumb.
just crazy. They had him. They had him. And let him go. Let him go. Keyshawn Nixon and JJ and Ibarra, Kingsley and Ibarra over there in Green Bay. So you have multiple Gamecocks in the NFL that are starting.
Mm-hmm.
So really good stuff there. And shout out to JD Clowney, dude.
He had a really good game. He had
Three
a really
sack
good game.
day. Three
Really,
sack day against the Giants.
he had a really good day.
I mean, dude, he's our age and he has 8.5 sacks for the season.
Yeah, yeah, I'm proud of him.
That's
He's
crazy.
really revamped it, and he's coming back next year. So
I, look, at what point do these people stop having these bus conversations and all this about JD
He was
Clowney?
he was
That's
number one.
ridiculous.
I mean, it was just hate, man. That's what it
Oh,
is.
pure hate, pure hate, pure hate. 8.5 sacks this season, 5.5 last year with the Panthers, 9.5 with the Ravens in 23. He didn't have too many with the Browns, but he had bad. He was hurt in the 22. 21, he had 9 sacks. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, sacks don't tell the whole story. He's still getting tackles for losses. I think he had 2 or 3 against the Giants this past weekend.
He had a lot.
He forced a fumble. I mean, at some point, you got to give the guy his flowers from still playing ball at our age, dude. That's crazy.
I'm proud of him.
Because these offensive linemen these days, dude, disgusting.
Yeah.
I
They're athletic.
Yeah.
Athletic.
Very athletic. Very fast. Very fast.
Mm-hmm. That's fact.
It's insane to me, Q. Well, we're not too far away from stickball starting up with baseball, softball. You know, Ashley Chastain will have her pressers here soon as we get closer to that. We're not too far away at all. Which at this point, I do believe I'm covering this year, so I'm excited about getting a little coverage with the softball team. So that's going to be a lot of fun there. Facts. And we move, Q. We move, man. We got a lot of stuff going on.
We move. And just stay tuned for our spaces. I mean, I'm gonna continue hosting them when we get more info. So
yeah,
stay tuned for them.
Yeah, I mean, look, the transfer portal changes by the hour, and it really does. I mean, next thing you know, you get intel about a guy that's all of a sudden, hey, I'm coming to visit, and he wasn't originally supposed to visit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these things do happen.
Yep.
You know, these things, they do happen.
I agree.
It's something to keep an eye on, man. And obviously, as things come, I mean, we're going to report the way we need to. Intel is going to be received, and we'll talk about what's brought up, man. It's quite simple. Yeah, it's quite simple. So, I don't know. There, like I said, names to pop out, watch out for. There are things there too. So, really, keep on Thursday, man, because I know we're gonna have stuff to talk about, and I've got a good feeling we got some Gamecocks we're gonna be talking about.
It's facts. It's fact.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Appreciate y'all tuning into the Welcome On podcast on X, YouTube, all those good places there. Facebook Live, where you can catch the show. You can catch the replay on Apple and Spotify tomorrow. On Tuesdays and Fridays. We can catch every episode, the replay of that. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We hope you guys subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff there because we need it. That's the only way we grow, man. The only way we grow is following and rate, subscribe, all that fun stuff, man. Do what you got to do.
That's facts.
Do what you got to do. Well, guys, appreciate y'all tuning in.